Hey, what's up? I guess it's prerequisite to show your face, so hopefully you can see me. Filthy, I'm dirty, I'm tired. It's been a long day. But I got my new Kenda Bear claws, and I had to mount them on my tractor. So I'll go through and show you what I've done so far. First, this is 1979 Simplicity Broadmoor 3 6116, 16 horse Oppie. 79 had points, believe it or not. Points are no longer there. Now has electronic ignition. Added a fuel shut off because it didn't have one. Tad, this tractor has the same rear end as its big brother, the 81 to 87 6216, but it had these 10-inch, 1-inch hub rear tires. And one was frozen on. That one's outside, but I had to cut it and split it, and then use a puller and heat to get it off. It was that stuck. This one slid right off. And it had 15 by 6 front tires. So now it's got some old snow hogs I've had for, oh good God, maybe 10 years, maybe more. Been on a few tractors. This one still needs to get tubed. I thought that it was just a bead leak, but it came out today and it was flat. And I don't like that long valve stem anyway, but it's what I had. So that's going to get tubed. As you can see, there's a muffler on this side and a muffler on this side, because no garden tractor, excuse my camera work, should have a muffler producing all that heat underneath there. So I just trim the stock shields. This is temporary exhaust. I'll end up using it as my Oppie test exhaust. I think I'm going to run something under the machine. Maybe exit in front of the rear wheels. Not really sure yet. I got to see what it's like once I put the tiller on, which we'll get to that in a second. Tiller's outside. You don't get to see that today. So when I got this, it ran like crap. I got it with a rototiller, which doesn't look like it's had a lot of use. A dirt plow, which is on my 6216. Any of you guys from Sprocket's Garage have seen the plow on my 6216. And a 42-inch mower deck. I have a 48-inch deck that's better, which will probably go on it if I ever mow with it. It's going to be a work tractor, though. So what you've got is, see if you can see it here. You can just barely see it in the camera. There is the attachment for a tiller, and then it attaches, of course, to here. Lift arm goes up front, and in by my finger is the idler pulley, and running off the transmission is a pulley. And you might just be able to make out that drives the tiller, and you engage the tiller from the seat. You just reach behind you, engage the tiller, and you're done. So anyway, I took the stock 10-inch tires off, and I still have to paint the rims, so ignore that. These are just off an old 67 Gravely 430 I had in the backyard that I may redo someday, but so far I've just been scavenging parts off of. This now has 25 by 8 by 12 Kenda Bear claws. My measurements were correct. It's the tallest tire I could put on. Still have clearance. There's about 3/4 of an inch of clearance there. I don't know if you can tell from the camera angle or not. What I wanted was ground clearance, because this machine is going to run a back blade, which I've already got. And again, some of you guys from Sprocket's Garage may remember my back blade on my 64 Landlord. That I'm going to make fit this. I have a whole mess of York rake tines. I'm making a York rake for it. Once I get I have a scrap snow plow, which I have to wait until more snow melts or dig through a couple feet of snow by my portable garage, because that's where all the snow fell, is on top of the snow plow I need for the angle adjustment. So I am going to make a York rake for this. I went with only 8-inch wide tires, because most likely with the tiller, I am going to have to turn these wheels inboard, or I'm going to be wider than the tiller. I'm assuming, have not done those measurements yet, but that's kind of common logic. As you turn the wheels inboard, the till, and then back out for other things. Let's see. Well, we'll see if she fires up. It's cold. See how she starts up. The Oppie doesn't sound... Oh, wait. Back to the Oppie. The Oppie ran like crap when I got it. Guy who I bought it from is a good old guy down the road. He's probably about 75. I've known him my entire life. Always calls me up when he's got a deal. Where his wife even says we are two of a kind, which I take as a compliment. He gave me a call one day and said he had a line on one of these. I already bought a part 6216 from him. He knew I had a 6216 I mowed 12 lawns with, and asked me if I wanted this because he knew I was looking for a Simplicity tiller. So I picked this whole deal up: deck, dirt blade, trip blade, not dirt blade, it's a trip blade, and then the tiller and the tractor for $250, I think it was, which I was pretty happy with. But this left bank had a skip. He fired it up, just cleaned the carb, realized that the points were bad. He was as shocked as I was it had points. He threw the Magnetron ignition in with it, and he fired it up, just by putting some gas in the carb, and bam, it fired up, and he was at least satisfied it ran. Ran like crap. This left bank skipped something terrible. I don't know what I did with the exhaust valve. Oh, it's in the garbage can. I'm not going to dig through. Exhaust valve was shot on this side. I had a blown head gasket, and the exhaust valve on this side was shot. Since I got this side perfect, I noticed the other side is a slight skip. I knew I should have pulled both sides apart and done the valves on both sides, but I knew better. I didn't. Live and learn. I'll pull the other side apart. Let's see if she fires up. Oh, I did add a push button. I hate starter buttons. But I added one anyway because the ignition switch is bad. Here she goes. Side sounds pretty good. Here's a slight skip over here. Sure, it's not going to clear up on its own. Love my Oppies. Anybody who says an Oppie starts hard doesn't know what they're doing. You can make these things start right up. I start my 6216 up when it's 5 degrees out. It starts right up. Get them properly tuned, working right, start up no issue, and it's only got, only has this crappy, again, I gotta put down the camera, sorry. Pain to open with those big tires. It's just got this little crappy 200 cranking amp battery, and it should have at least a 285. And it fires right up with a 200 right away. Yeah, I'm in the garage, but it's probably 30 out. Hasn't been started in a couple days. She fired right up. Left to do, I'm going to paint that fender pan. There was a mouse nest up to the gas tank, right up to my hand. When I got it, it wouldn't steer at all. The steering gear, sector gear, was completely frozen from mouse piss. Cleaned all that out, freed it all up, lubed everything while I was at it, while I had the engine off. And the cowl and everything off, I painted the frame. So now I have to paint the fender pan so it looks as good. Plus I bring it to customers' properties. I do property management. I bring these places to earn money. I charge people a good amount of money. So I like my equipment to look good. So I'm going to paint that up. Saving the stripes. Saving my little Simplicity badge in the back. Oh, and one other thing. This seat, 6116 was made 1979, 1980. And the seat was directly on the fender pan. 81 to 87 on the 6216, they had springy seats. Well, I got a parts one. This seat frame actually is off of a LT4000 Craftsman that's sitting outside. We've been scavenging parts off of. And these are the original seat springs from my parts 6216. So now do I not only sit at the right height, but it's more comfy. So anyway, that's my basic walk around. my first real video other than me sitting on a tractor silently. I'll give updates as I get other things done. Get the tiller on, get making the, I won't do how-to videos, I'm not that patient. I'll get the tiller on, show you how that works, and then when I make the York rake, I'll show you what that looks like. Until then, take care everyone.